I'd like to demonstrate the eClipseWriter Save as Daisy quick start. The first thing you're going to want to do is open up a document in eClipseWriter. To do so, we're going to press Alt-F to open the file menu.
N. New document Ctrl+N.
And I'm going to down arrow to open document.
O. Open document Ctrl+O.
And then press enter.
File and folder dialog opened. Folders list box entered. Current folder files found.
This dialog allows me to select drives, folders, and files within folders to open in the word processor. To move around the dialog, I simply press the Tab key.
Files list enter docx 1 of 6.
And I'm going to look for my Eclipse Media Server file.
Eclipse Media Server Manual Reverb Day 1 doc.
And I'm going to open that up.
The document has been loaded.
From here, I can simply perform the Save as Daisy function in the file menu. And we do that by opening up the file menu again with Alt-F.
N. New document Ctrl+N.
And I'll down arrow to Save as Daisy.
O. M. K. Delete. I. Open internet page URL step. Z. Save as Daisy.
And press enter on Save as Daisy.
Find and mark headings process. Would you like to include the list preparation process? Select Y for yes or N for no.
So what eClipseWriter did when I selected Save as Daisy, it actually analyzed the document, found what it thinks are headings and subsections, put a marker just in front of each heading and subsection. After that markup process was done automatically, it's now asking me if I want to perform the list preparation process, and here I will say yes.
Yes button selected. Prepare list and table process has started. Please wait. List and table preparation is complete. Append or update book outline process has resumed. 18 entries were added to the current book project. Select OK or press the Enter key to return to eClipseWriter.
And here we will just press enter. The 18 entries is referring to 18 headings were marked in this particular document.
Title. Edit box entered.
And here we're going to enter a title.
M-E-A space S-E-R-V-E-R.
And then hit the OK button.
Daisy type dialog opened. Daisy type. List box entered. V2.02 audio and text selected.
And here you're presented with a list of Daisy format options. The options include Daisy 2, NISO 1.1, more commonly referred to as Daisy 3, NISO 2005, and all three of the standards you have two options to select from. One being full text and audio, and the other is text audio. For the sake of this demo, we're going to choose NISO 1.1 text only,
V2.02 text only, NISO 1.1 audio and text, NISO 1.1 text only.
and that's the one that I want. This is going to be similar to a Bookshare style book, so I'll press enter on that.
OK button selected. Available space for build process. Drive C/free space 78,108 meg. Would you like to continue build process? Select Y to continue or N to cancel.
The reason why we bring this dialog up is if you were building a full text and audio book, which would first be rendered to WAV, which is quite large, and then converted to MP3 or WMA, the file format of your choice, you need quite a bit of storage on your computer. Therefore, if I was down to a couple gigs of free space, I probably would not want to proceed. During the build book process, we check at the start of each heading to see how much storage space is available, and you will get a warning if you fall below 1 gig. This is primarily just a warning to let you know how much storage you have before you proceed. We have 78 gigs on this particular system, so moving forward is fine. I'm going to say yes.
Yes button selected. Upon completion, would you like to send this book to a CD? Select Y for yes or N for no.
What will happen is if I want a CD, eClipseWriter will automatically create one for you after the build book process. If I do want a CD for this particular project, I simply open the CD drawer, put a blank CD in, and proceed. But for the sake of this demo, I'm going to say no.
No button selected. Locating requested book folder. Press Enter at any time during the book build process to cancel. The selected book folder could not be found. Creating book folder. The book folder create was successful. Build process has started. Running validation process. Validation process was successful. Processing supporting audio and graphic files. Processing DNA file. Please wait.
The DNA file is a single file format that contains all the information needed by eClipseWriter and its sister product eClipseWriter to convert the DNA file into over 30 formats of accessible media. The DNA file can be transmitted to a client via an email or placed on a website, and if accessed with eClipseWriter or opened with eClipseReader, makes for a very convenient distribution model for DAISY books. So that's what the DNA file is about. The DNA file is encrypted and compressed, and the time that it takes to build the DNA file is a few minutes in some cases. When the DNA file is built and completed, eClipseWriter will continue along with the fully automated build book process.
Processing book outline information. Total entries to process are 18. Processing entries. Processing table of contents. Build process is complete. Press Enter to continue. Continue button selected. Returning to the previous screen. The document has been saved. Select the OK button or press Enter key to return to the previous screen. OK button selected.
And that completes the build book process. You'll notice that there is an interesting symbol visible now in the document called heading marker. And that's just one of the markers that eClipseWriter inserted into the document just in front of a phrase it thinks should be a navigatable heading point in the DAISY book. And if you want to see where all the heading markers are in your DAISY book, you can simply open the Edit menu by doing Alt-E.
C. Cut Ctrl plus X.
And navigate down to Find Heading Markers.
H. Find heading marker F5.
And press the Enter key.
Heading marker found. To repeat this find, press F3.
And this is a heading marker. It's in front of a phrase that says remote control and keyboard commands. I think that should be a heading, so I'm going to leave it there. I can press F3 to go to the next heading.
Heading marker found. To repeat this find, press F3.
And this happens to be in front of a phrase that says about the internet radio, and I think that should be a heading. So I'm going to leave that there and go to the next one, F3.
Heading marker found. To repeat this find, press F3.
And I can do a down arrow once to actually hear the heading.
Internet radio quick start.
And that should be a heading. I'm going to go back up to the heading marker with an up arrow.
Heading marker level 2.
And notice that this one actually says level 2, not just heading marker level 1. When this document was made, the author actually set the phrase Internet Radio Quick Start Guide to the second level heading, which would end up being a subheading within a chapter, and so on. So this is how you would go and proofread a document with the heading and page markers that's been inserted. But if you'd like to see what the DAISY book actually looks like, what we'll do next is open up eClipseReader and browse for and find the DAISY book that we just made.